Gentlemen, look around. You are all in the top 1% of naval aviators.
Just over an hour ago, a report came out that the U.S. Commerce Secretary said there will be no relief for Canadian-made automobiles going into the United States.
You're here because you're the best of the best. One of you is here because you won a silent auction at my kid's school.
The Prime Minister is back down on counter tariffs, back down on the DST, back down on defense. Yesterday promised to push $1 trillion of private sector investment out of our country. How is he going to look those Canadian auto workers in the eye and tell them how he got nothing for them in return?
I can't believe we land on boats. So freaking neat.
Mr. Speaker, it is a sad day in this House.
Now, part of your training is going to involve familiarizing yourself with enemy aircraft.
When the Leader of the Opposition suggests that standing up for the defense of this country, when the Leader of the Opposition suggests...
Here to talk about that now is our civilian specialist and tag rep, codename Charlie.
Yes, that spending to defend our borders, that spending to defend our fulfillment in NATO, that is backing down on defense. We will... Shame.
Look, Mav, it's your girlfriend. Stop talking to me, Goose.
Mr. Speaker, at least he finally got up.
I've seen all those planes before, and I've seen a blimp.
We've seen a blimp.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't address the question about auto workers. There are auto workers who are sitting at home right now who do not know how they're going to pay their mortgages.
Right. Talk to them, Goose.
It's true.
This Prime Minister looked them in the eye and said he was going to protect their jobs. And then he said he would put his elbows up. And then he said he would get a win by July 21st. Then he said that he would have a deal. There's been no deal. There's been no win. And now for these workers, there is no job.
We gave it the finger.
Yeah, if you're not a Goodyear, get out of my sky.
And today we learned that he's backing down again on auto tariffs. Why is it that he's selling out our auto workers at a time when they need him most?
I understand. Then we'll need to take back your Navy-issued lifts that make you everyone else's height.
Japan, the European Union, the United Kingdom, every other country in the world is paying a higher tariff than Canada has.
No, that's fine. I can. Oh, there's one other thing you should know.
Gotten on automobiles, and we are not done. That is why we have not signed an accord on autos. That is why we are fighting hard for our auto workers, and I put the president on notice.
One of the pilots you'll be training is Goose's son.
Yesterday, about the consequences of not having that accord.
Mr. Fly at a low altitude, undetected, through a canyon, then destroy the tank.
Mr. President, you have been warned. If you put in another tariff, he's going to give you yet another $1 trillion.
No more questions.
This is the tough negotiator that we hired? The guy who broke his promise to have a deal on July 21st. A guy who broke his promise to negotiate a win, who simultaneously removed the counter tariffs while he was giving speeches promising to have them in place.
So?
And yesterday offered more concessions to the U.S. president, knowing that the tariffs that are killing our auto sector would stay in place. Why does he always back down and give our jobs to the Americans?
Organic to the narrative.
Instead of standing up for Canada.